Question 5. Parentheses 3x minus 2y to the second power. If we take a look at the answer choices, notice that these answer choices are in the expand form. So what we're going to do is we're going to see how to evaluate the second power and what we're going to do with the second power. Okay? So, question 5. Here we go. 3x minus 2y squared. So pay attention to the square. Square means that we are going to take whatever is inside of the parentheses. I'm going to write this down twice. I have 3x minus 2y, and then another 3x minus 2y. I take whatever is inside of the parentheses, I write it down twice. And then I'm going to multiply them. I'm going to distribute them. And maybe some of you guys have heard the word FOIL, the FOIL method, right? But what I'm going to do I'm going to draw the arrows, and the key here is that make sure everything gets multiplied. And let's see what I mean by that. First, we're going to start off with the 3x. Take 3x, multiply by the first 3x. So 3x times 3x, 3 times 3 gives us 9. X times x is x to the second power. Okay. And then, we are not done with the 3x yet, because we need to take 3x, multiply with the negative 2y. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And then x times y, we're just going to write it down as xy. This symbolically representing that we have negative 6 times x times y. Okay? And we are done. We use the 3x and we multiply with the 3x and the negative 2y right here. Now move to the negative 2y. I will take the negative 2y, multiply by the 3x. Negative 2 times 3. Again, we get a negative 6. Y times x, we can just write it as yx, but usually we can just write it as xy. We want to keep things in the alphabetical order. It's more organized that way. So negative 2y times 3x is just negative 6xy. Not done yet. I will take this, negative 2y, multiply by negative 2y. Negative 2 times negative 2 gives us plus 4. Positive 4, right? And then y times y, that's y squared. Y to the second power. Okay, so let's see what else can we do right here. And pay attention to the middle. I have a negative 6xy, and I have another negative 6xy. We can combine like terms. Negative 6xy minus negative 6xy minus 6xy is negative 12xy. Right? Because they are like terms. They have the same variables, x, y. Okay, same variables and the same powers. So we can just do negative 6 minus 6, which is negative 12. And 9x squared, there's nothing else with the x squared. So we'll just leave it. 9x squared. Likewise for the y, I'll just write it down as plus 4y squared. And let's see if I can find our answer. So of course it's not going to be choice A. Of course it's not going to be choice B. And notice that no, it's not choice C neither. For choice D, we have 9x squared, which match. And then I have 4y squared, and they have a 4y squared right here. And then they have the negative 12xy at the end. So they just rearrange the terms, which is okay. If we like, we can write it as 9x squared, and then take this to the front right here, plus 4y squared, and then minus 12xy. Just rearranging it. So that's the answer choice D.